Good morning and a fabulous Monday to you. This week will be awesome. I just know it and I believe it. Now I want to look on some areas that I believe we need to focus on if it is that we want our experiences in 2020 to be great and awesome, and for us to experience and fulfill some of those goals and visions and plans, whatever you have put in place for next year and the years to come. Now we learn in Bible school that a demon is not necessarily just a physical person or a spirit, but a demon can be anything that prevents you from accomplishing the purpose that is deposited in you, and for you to be walking in that purpose and helping the human race to advance. And therefore the demons that we will be throwing out for 2019, you would know yours, but I'm just gonna list some that we need to throw out for 2019 in order for us to have a lightweight going into 2020. I write down some. I hope I catch enough. Procrastination. You cannot procrastinate, because they say procrastination steals opportunities, and it really does. When you wait and delay, opportunities will miss you. There will be opportunities that come in front of you, but because you were not preparing or being in a state of readiness, that opportunity misses you. So we're throwing out procrastination. We're throwing out fear. God did not give us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, a spirit of love, and a spirit of a sound mind. So there are a lot of persons with high ambitions. There are a lot of persons with a lot of goals and visions and plans. We're going to put down fear, and we are going to move into our destiny with the power that God has given us. So we drop in procrastination for 2019. We drop in fear. We drop in tardiness. A lot of us, including me, we are very tardy. So with time, we are late for every occasion. And normally when you're late, it make you always rush. So you rush to get ready, you rush on the road, sometimes driving, and when you reach the event or program has started already, and sometimes you miss out. You understand? I'm always thinking, a friend of mine always tell me that sometimes angels are gonna take a record of being late for church, for example. God would have taken the record probably an hour, half an hour before the actual event. So when you turn up, for example, your church starts 8:30 and you turn up 5 minutes past 8:30, 8:35, 8:40, close to 9. You're not recorded. God come and take him record and gone already. And even us, we learn about the foolish and the wise virgin. You have to be prepared. You have to be on time. You always have to be in a state of readiness. So the tardiness thing, we leave in it and you cannot think about it. You cannot have a business that you want to prosper and you're turning up for your business late every morning. Think about it. You're gonna be losing customers, you're gonna be losing sales. Nothing now go on for you. So we drop in procrastination, we drop in fear, we drop in tardiness. We need to have vision. So if you have not started planning as yet, we need to start visioning, planning. Where do you see yourself next year? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself and your family in the next 20 years? What legacy will you be leaving for your children that are coming up behind you, or generations, or relatives, or the wider community of Jamaica? What mark do you want to leave for others to see and remember? So that little girl there, I remember the man, him did have so much vision, and him encourage me, and him motivate me, and empower me. We can talk about the heroes. We can talk about Martin Luther King and Martin Luther King Jr., the impact they have left on us because they had a vision and they worked towards the vision. All of the bad habits, we have a lot of bad habits, and you will notice that it is easier for a bad habit to thrive than a good habit. And I always use the garden as an experience. The weeds them grow, whether you water them, whether you plant them, whether you fertilize them, the weeds grow, and the weeds are the bad habits. But you try sow a tomato or a sweet pepper and see how you have to struggle to ensure and nurture it for it to grow. And that is how we have to nurture good habits and let them replace the bad habits, and we have to constantly be weeding out the bad habits. And we know that the weeds and tares grow together. The good and the bad will grow together, but you have to ensure that the good is always thriving over the bad. So while you're nurturing your good habits, it could be that you start develop a more forgiving attitude. It could be that you start developing a more compassionate, a loving, you're looking out for others, you start develop that attitude. If you want to exercise, for example, you start develop that attitude to get up early and exercise, or find some people to go exercise with, or find a gym. Whatever good attitude you want to develop, you want to be more financially literate, you have to start work on reading books, talking to people, sharing experiences to get ideas. You understand? Find persons who can counsel you in the right way, because the bad habits naturally come by themselves. You go want to sleep. If you have if you want to plan the attitude of starting to exercise, you go always find an excuse. The bad habits will always come. You go want to sleep, you don't have no time, you're this, you don't have no energy, whatever, you're gonna find the excuse for. So we drop in that habit. We have to plant good habits and weed out the bad habits. Self-doubt. Sometimes we doubt ourselves. We think we're not talented enough. We think we're not strong enough. We think we don't deserve the opportunity. But listen, if the opportunity comes in front of you, it is only because you can handle it. And therefore, whatever comes, what I learned to do is to embrace and always seek wise counsel. So when things come and me, I say, no man, this look too big for me, because sometimes you feel that things too big for you. But listen, God knows what He has deposited in you. So you seek wise counsel, because other persons would have gone through that experience already and therefore can shed light on what is coming in front of you. So I always touch base with my pastor. If I'm not sure, you always have some family members you can touch base with. You even strangers, persons who you see that are living a particular way, and you know that they could give you some real true advice. And even talking to some of your friends, because you have those circle of friends who you can talk to, pull each other's brain, and them say, you know, so I never see it in that way though. And you just embrace the opportunities as they come. So we're leaving self-doubt behind. We're leaving toxic relationships. Toxic relationships cannot go over into 2020, because if you are not careful, you will become toxic as well. And nobody wants to be around anybody who have a toxic or negative attitude. And I was even reflecting that even us as Christians, you have to be welcoming and inviting and pleasant, because if you're always grumpy and negative and you roll up on your shoulder and you burn down, nobody's gonna come to you, and it is gonna be hard for you to evangelize and share the message of God, because nobody wants to be around a negative person. So we live in toxic behavior and attitude and toxic relationships that are weighing us down behind. We don't want to perpetuate the negative cycle. So if you see something in your family that you see not bringing the family anywhere, and it is more of a roadblock and hindering the family from moving forward, we as this generation now need to stop it. We're cutting it, we're nipping it in the bud. And therefore we can embrace whatever we have for 2020. So some of the things, I just have 4 areas that we can focus on for 2020. And it is our finances. It is very important to be able to manage your finances, because finances will mash up marriages. It will cause you not to be able to take care of your children properly, because I was sharing as well that try to use, this is Christmas and you know everybody normally goes over and beyond and spending, but try to spend conservatively. Try to buy only what you need. Try to use cash instead of your credit card, because when you have a credit card, you tend to just swipe, and then you have the bill to deal with after. You know, say the December to January period, it come like about 4 months, because you get your pay early normally December government sector, and it done before December 25, and then you have to struggle for the rest of December and all of January. So we have to be careful, especially in this December period. We can't make the new year catch us in debt. So with finances, we have to develop a proper mindset to deal with our finances. Our relationships, whether you're married or in a relationship and dating, let us work on that. Let us work on the relationship with our children, our community, your relatives, friends. Let us build proper, genuine relationships that can elevate everybody. Also, your career. Is it that you want to go back to school? Is it that you want to do a skills training? Is it that you want to go to some leadership workshop or some empowerment sessions? What is it that you can work on for 2020 to elevate yourself? And also your health. Your health is very important, because if you're not careful, all of the money where you work is gonna go back out to your health. So I am a person who believes in exercise. And you can talk to doctors about it. It is very important to exercise because it helps to regulate your body. It naturally detoxes the body. It gives you a better mind frame, mindset. I can talk about myself. You feel better. Your body feel new and fresh and revived. So take care of your health. And it was the other day I do an executive profile, because even if you don't get sick regular, you should check up on yourself every now and then. And ladies, do your pap smear. I did mine the other day. I did my executive profile. So even though I'm exercising and doing all of this, I'm still doing things in the background, checking every now and then with your doctor to just do a general check, especially if you are not the person who gets sick regular. Check up on your health. So the areas we're gonna focus on for 2020 are our finances, our relationships, our career, and our health. And we're leaving everything when it mean us any good behind, because guess what? We're gonna be lightweight for 2020. We're gonna start 2020 running. We now wait till 2020 come to start. Get in line to get on your marks, get ready, get set, go. We're gonna be running when 2020 come, because we would have been shedding somehow and pruning the areas that don't mean us any good, so that we can grow and blossom into that beautiful flower that God has deposited within us, and that others can benefit from our beauty. Now continue to have a blessed Monday morning, and I know this week is gonna be awesome, and the rest of December is gonna be so awesome. Just believe that. Have a good day.